Hello, in this video I will show you how to start and deploy a Django project on AWS Lightsail with Appliku. Open your terminal, create a directory for your project and switch to it. Create a virtual environment and activate it. Install Django and dependencies and pip freeze into requirements.txt file. Start new Django project and open your favorite code editor. Open project/settings.py file. Add OS and environ imports. Create env object and replace hard-coded secret key debug allowed hosts with values from environment variables. Scroll down, replace databases definition to use database URL for credentials. Let's define logging so Django sends all logs to standard output. Add secure proxy SSL header so Django knows when it runs behind the secure proxy. Scroll up and add white noise to middleware right after security middleware. Configure static settings and white noise use finders and auto refresh settings. Now define media settings to be used for storing uploaded data. Open the terminal and create a Django application called main. Add it to installed apps. Open main/views and create a simple view to return "it works" text. Add this view to project's main URLs. Create directories main management commands and empty init files in each of them to make them importable Python packages. Create a Django command file main management commands make superuser.py. This command will create a superuser if it's not found in the database already and print out a generated password. Create a file release.sh to execute commands on release. Create a file run.sh for a command to run the project in production. Create .gitignore file to prevent unwanted files from being added to version control. Open the terminal, initialize Git repository and make the initial commit. Go to github.com and create a repository. Copy git remote add line and paste it in your terminal. Run git push-u origin master to push the code to GitHub. Go to Appliku dashboard, Servers menu. Add server, pick custom. Download public key. Go to Amazon Lightsail dashboard, click Create Instance. Select your region, platform Linux, operating system only, Ubuntu 22.04. Scroll down, change SSH key pair and upload the key file. Scroll down, select server size, pick at least 1 GB of RAM or more option. Optionally, give your instance a name and click Create Instance. Wait for it to change status to running. Click on the server, onto the Networking tab, attach static IP. Add HTTPS firewall rule. Add all TCP to the IP of the server. Now copy the IP of the server and back to the Appliku dashboard. Paste the server IP. Username should be Ubuntu. Click Check Credentials and add server. Server is added and setup process will start. Wait for the setup process to finish. Go to Applications, click Add Application. Select GitHub, give application a name, select the repository, branch and the server. Click Create Application. On the Application Overview page, scroll down and click Add Database. Create a Postgres 16 database on the same server. When it is deployed, go back to the App Overview. Click Add Processes. Add two processes, web with bash run.sh command and release with bash release.sh, then click Save and Deploy. Deployment starts. Let's click on it to see the logs. Here is the admin login and password. Use it to log in into the admin panel. To make sure there are no errors, open App Logs. Click on Open App and click on the domain. Great, it works. Back to the dashboard, click on Settings and Volumes tab. Create a volume with these values to enable Django media storage. After that, you have to deploy the app again to apply this change. Appliku can easily deploy multiple apps per server, support a variety of popular databases, handles backups, and simplifies scaling if your app needs to grow beyond a single server. Thanks for watching and happy deploying with Appliku.